After the destruction of the American aircraft carrier, we were able to get U-531 away from our pursuers above by the skin of our teeth. The boat sustained quite a lot of damage during the attack. Our snorkel, which we have been relying on heavily, has been severely damaged and will take approximately 8 hours to repair. The plan is to make these repairs at night, and hopefully we will not be intercepted by any allied aircraft. Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome back to another exciting episode of our Silent Hunter 3 series. As you can see, we are currently sailing on the surface. That's because we have sustained some damage after our last attack on the Hunter-Killer group, which resulted in us sinking the Bogue-class escort carrier, 15,000 tonner going down, and we have damage to our snorkel, which will take around 3 hours to repair. So we are currently operating on the surface to repair this. So it should be repaired easily by morning. It's currently 21:45, so hopefully during that time we are not sunk. That would be quite nice. I'd rather avoid any enemy aircraft at the moment. The weather is still pretty choppy like it was during our attack. These choppy seas definitely saved us and helped us escape the jaws of death there for a while, but we're just cruising around repairing our snorkel. Torpedo situation is alright. As you can see, we have 6 forward tubes and 4 in the aft now. We are ignoring our externals like I previously stated, so we won't be able to use these. We're going to continue our way up towards the Arctic Ocean. I was thinking I'll probably patrol around here a little bit more in this quadrant before going through the Denmark Strait into the Arctic, just to see if there's any convoys in the area that we can sink our teeth into. Although, we've already expended 4 torpedoes against that aircraft carrier. I probably could have gone with less, but since it was such a just off-the-cuff attack, I decided to launch a full spread. So the torpedo situation leaves a little bit to be desired, but that's okay. We only have 1 U-tanker. It's way down here, U-488, so that's pretty much out of the question. This will most likely be a shorter patrol than many of our previous ones because of the lack of rearming and the lack of external reserves that we will be using. And now that I think of it, a lot of patrols are going to be much shorter now, and we're probably going to sink less and less shipping as the war goes on. Well, one main reason is the lack of ordnance altogether, and we don't even have a deck gun to sink ships with, so we can't finish them off. We'll be using another torpedo to finish off merchant ships. Let's see what else we have. We do still have this homing torpedo. Some people said I should have launched this off during that escort carrier attack. And I could have, but I figured I was just going to launch and get the hell out of Dodge. And I do think that was the right call. I did not want to test my luck that much. Although launching this homing torpedo would have been quite impressive, watching it home in on a target. But I'm sure we'll have another opportunity for that. I'm sure our time with destroyers is not over this patrol. There will be another opportunity. But I'm going to set up a little search pattern here. Just look for a convoy in this area, and I'll keep you folks updated as we continue patrolling. Alright, it's currently 1:09. We just got the update. The snorkel is intact. So, send everyone to bed, and we are hunky-dory. Let's bump up speed. I'll probably stay on the surface for the night and then submerge during the day. I'm not sure very many aircraft would be flying in this weather. Let's get a proper weather report right now. Por favor. Oh, we need our navigator on. That's right. Okay, clouds partial, no precipitation. Wind speed 14 meters per second, so it's a wee bit windy. So we'll see. I'll test my luck and continue to sail on the surface for the time being, and keep you folks updated. Well, it is currently February 25th, 1944, and weather conditions have significantly improved, and it is perfect weather to actually be snorkeling in, so I can start using my snorkel once again. With the weather like it was previously, I was not able to snorkel, but now I can. And I do plan to continue to patrol these waters for at least a few more days before heading on to greener pastures, aka the Arctic. Alright, down scope. I was just checking with our observation scope, seeing if there's anything about. Obviously not much. Battery power's a little low. I'm gonna raise the snorkel now. We'll snorkel for probably 30 minutes, replenish oxygen and some of our battery power before going down to 40 meters is generally what I've been cruising around at. But thus far, we have not picked anything up. We have not received an update on our hunter-killer friends off to the east either, so things are going rather well. But with the flat seas, we do need to be more alert for enemy aircraft. I was just coming up here to do some snorkeling, and I saw something that I figured might interest you folks. Let's take a look. Oh my gosh, iceberg! There's quite a few of them over here. Looks like there's 4 icebergs just floating out around up here. I'm halfway tempted to surface the boat for a photo op because this is pretty nifty. You can actually hear them on hydrophones, which is kind of lame. But they do pop up on the map, so you accidentally don't collide with them. But that's pretty cool. I haven't seen these too often. I did figure we would see some as we moved into the Arctic Ocean a bit more, but I don't know. This is neat. Downscope, we're going to do a photo op. Surface the boat. I just dropped the snorkel as well. As you can see, we can pick them up on hydrophones. There we go. How cool is that? Pretty neat. I haven't seen these too often, but it's kind of cool to actually check them out and look at them. See how... Oh yeah, they go down pretty freaking deep. A good thing we didn't run into these. It would cause some issues. Certainly. Colliding with these underwater. There's another guy over here. Hello. Oh, pretty sweet. No penguins or anything on them. I don't know. It's just cool. It's the little things. We've seen quite a few things in this series that I don't see too frequently, like icebergs, and the dolphins were a nice little treat as well. Overall, pretty freaking cool. Pretty cool. I figured I'd show you folks that because it's not every day you see these in the game, so. Anyway, that's all I have for now. We're going to submerge the boat quite soon. I'm not going to linger up here too much longer just because it is dangerous. Okay, we have a lone merchant, or a couple of merchant contacts actually. A few of them just faded, but 352 degrees constant distance. Let's mark this. Looks like they're just heading east. I should warn you folks, the weather has gotten rather poor. It's super stormy out. Let's come up to periscope depth and change course slightly. After our encounter with the icebergs, it got super bad out. It's very rough, super stormy, and it's pitch black out at the moment. It's currently around 3 a.m. Looks like we have a general course of the target. Let's surface the boat. Nope, wrong button. Let's mark this once again. Looks like they're kind of heading east by northeast. And all ahead full, an attempt to close the gap. I do believe it is a lone contact, or at least a pair of merchant ships, so we will turn on the radar. Make sure that is operating normally. It is. And close this gap. We're currently making 10 knots. Let's get a proper weather report. Precipitation medium, fog heavy, wind speed 15 meters per second, direction 342 degrees. I'm going to continue to go flank. What's our battery at? Battery's fine. Let's go to standard propulsion. And close this gap. I may try to set up a stern torpedo shot here. Radar contact. Okay, one lone ship. East-northeast. Change course slightly. Just one radar contact, which is reassuring. We just lost it there for a second. I may actually do a bow shot in this case. I may try it on the surface. I may try to establish speed as well, but let's get our hydrophone operator off. He can actually hear the target because our sensors are underneath the hull there. However, I want a 315 to target using radar. Mark, start the clock. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3, and closing in on 15. It's probably around here. This is just going to be a rough estimate. 7 knots. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Says the target's going slow. I can believe that. Okay, speed 7 knots. We'll get range here momentarily. May try to do a surface attack here. Okay, let's turn into the target. And start heading slow. Oh, clicked off my screen. Okay, this is not a bad setup. I'll stop. Just out of the way. I cannot see anything. Can you fellas see anything out there? It's just darkness to me. 310. Yep, I'm not seeing it. We'll let it continue to close in on us. Oh, we're gonna start moving. Okay, I was about to say we almost lost it on radar there. I'll stop. The currents and the waves are pushing us about when we're all stopped, which is causing a few issues. Still can't see her. Oh man, it's just so dark. 300. Nada. Not seeing a thing. Radar contact 305.
Schiff gesichtet.
Okay, they spotted it. Where is she? Oh, I see her. Okay. Back slow.
Kleine Fahrt zurück.
Kleine Fahrt zurück.
It's a large cargo ship. Lock on target. Large cargo. Mark. Draft is 8.9 meters. I'll probably shoot 2. Salvo. Tubes 1 and 3. 10 meters, speed slow. Nice narrow spread there. Speed 7 knots, angle on bow. That'll probably be like that. Range, we'll do 800 meters. Let me arrange the target. 800. This is looking good. Looking good, looking good. Use some time compression here. I'll stop.
Alle Maschinen stopp.
Alle Maschinen stopp.
Okay, let's get the target's course here. We're gonna have to fire super soon. She is heading, we'll say 080. Get a weapons officer on station. .60 degrees AOB. Open tubes 1 and 3. Give me another range estimate, please. 700 meters. 700 meters set. Okay, we're prepared to fire. I can barely even see the vessel. Yeah, it's just barely, I can, I don't even know if you folks are going to be able to see this. You'll probably be able to see the explosion, assuming we hit. Okay, everything's looking good. 70 degrees AOB. That's accurate right there. All right, tubes 1 and 3, and once this hits 0, we'll fire. Los. Tube 1 away. Tube 3 away. Runtime 40 seconds. Begin reversing the boat. All of revert back standard. Or back full. Let's look at the map. Those look pretty good, as long as they don't prematurely detonate or anything, given the current sea state. I think we have ourselves a hit. Oh yeah, those look nice. There we go, impact. Oh shit, reverse quickly. 2 hits. I think she's going down. Oh yeah, she's going down, perfect. Not bad, that was kind of fun. I got kind of concerned there when they started opening fire on me. Both torpedoes hit and she is going down. Let's get men in the torpedo room. Sea state, yeah, I know, we need to dive. Hey, that's a large cargo added to our tally. 1,100, or 11,051 tons, excuse me. Not bad, 2 ships, that's quite a bit of tonnage right there between the two. 2 fairly large vessels. And let's adjust course slightly. You're heading 310. Avoid a collision with this wreck. And drop speed down to standard. It's unfortunate that we have to leave all the men in the water abandoning ship in these sorts of sea conditions. And it's the middle of winter, raining and extremely stormy. Their chances of survival are probably very slim. Looks like it was a Canadian vessel. Well, we'll continue on our course and continue heading towards the Denmark Strait. Well, U-531 has made it to the mouth of the Denmark Strait, and we are going to just go right through it, and we'll head through here. I kind of want to check out this Baktiva whaling station, seeing if there's any ships over there before we head over into the Arctic near Murmansk. I think we'll head more into the Barents and try to hunt convoys around here and see how it is. But that's the current plan of action for the moment. We have received a few interesting radio messages, I should suppose. Okay, here we go. To U-531, German ship Max Albrecht no longer available for resupply duties. Repeat, ship Max Albrecht no longer available. And that was the one up here in the northern coast of Spain. So we will no longer be able to resupply at that ship. So now we only have U-488. That is pretty much it. There may be a resupply vessel in the Indian Ocean. No, I guess there's not. There was for a bit, but I suppose that has gone as well. So resupply options are fairly limited, to say the least. And it's pretty much just going out and heading home at this point. And there was another interesting radio message here. Soviet troops have begun an offensive on the Belarusian front, and the first major daylight bombing raid on Berlin has been carried out by the Allies. And that was the news that was just received not too long ago. In other news, we have not picked up any more vessels or aircraft. The weather is still pretty poor. It got okay, it stopped raining for a little bit, and then it started once again. So that's just classic, I suppose. We are cruising on the surface. It's at the middle of the night, and I guess the fear of being detected is pretty low for me. I mean, they're not going to be flying right now. I guess we really just have to worry about escorts. I may go ahead and pop the radar up for a little bit, see if we can catch anything on that. But honestly, I'm okay with our Denmark Strait journey being relatively uneventful. Well, other than that, I think that's all I have for the time being. I'll keep you folks updated as we continue our patrol. Wow, I just got a fairly interesting radio report. A friendly warship way up here, course west-northwest. I'm halfway tempted. I'm going to mark it down and see if we can maybe try to find it. I wonder what that is. But anyway, it may just be like a surface raider or something. It just caught my eye. It's kind of interesting. I would not expect to see that way up here at this point in the war, but who the heck knows? As you can see, we have successfully transited the Denmark Strait without a problem. Looks like we got another radio message. U-343 attacked by a minesweeper. It's damaged and now flooding. Okay. Well, as you can see, we have transited the Denmark Strait A-OK. The weather is still pretty rough, but the clouds and the precipitation have dissipated. So now it's just stormy seas, which is manageable. At least I can see my targets. It's very nice. We are closing in on the whaling station here as well, but I may change course just to figure out what this is, mostly because it is interesting to find friendly warships out and about. But we'll see. In the meantime, we'll continue on our merry way and see if we get an update on this. I'm not going to actually track it, but if we get an update and it's close enough, I'll swing the boat around and say hello. But we are getting close to this whaling station. I'll submerge around this area. Let's get a little closer and see. We'll sniff around here as well and see if anything's going on. If there's any targets to torpedo. I was looking at our torpedo situation as well. I probably do need to start setting up stern attacks, as we have 4 torpedoes back there and 4 in the bow. I'd rather save these for a convoy attack, especially the fat. But it's just easier to set up bow torpedo attacks, especially against convoys. And I'll use the aft tubes against single merchant ships and the like. I probably should have used an aft tube on that lone large freighter that we sunk up here. But anyway, we've covered quite a bit of distance in the meantime since then. So I suppose that's all I have for now. I'm really just rambling at this point, so I'll spare you all that. Well, once again, the weather has gotten super bad up here. We are just south of the whaling station. Let's lower that periscope all the way down. Let's take a look at the map. Yeah, we're just south of the whaling station here, and we have not picked up a single contact for this entire journey. Not an aircraft, not a ship, nada. So it has been fairly uneventful, and it's been a fairly long journey. Let's just get a rough estimate. Yeah, well over 4,000 kilometers from our last contact with the enemy to here, with nothing to really show for it. But hopefully as we get closer to Russia, and let's look at these convoy routes. Looks like they really go around, yeah, through the Denmark Strait, along, yeah, I'm pretty much following the path. They go along this whaling station. It looks like they kind of converge here, which is where I do plan to do a lot of my hunting. We'll see how this goes though. It should be a fairly interesting endeavor. We haven't hunted in the Arctic yet, so I'm quite excited to do it. We did receive another radio message. The second Allied attempt to capture Monte Cassino has begun, which obviously is in Italy, just south of Rome there. And yeah, I believe that is really all I have to report for the time being. I've been playing for quite a long time, and not much has happened besides this pretty awesome attack on that large cargo, I must say, in the middle of the night like that. But I think I will probably end the episode here. Sorry, nothing else really happened, but that's just how the game is. Oh, glub, glub, glub. That's just how the game is. Sometimes it's very action-packed and we have super long episodes, and sometimes it's not. That is just the life of a submariner, I suppose. But now, oh no, geez. But now we will cruise through these very choppy seas and continue onward towards the Arctic convoy routes. But thank you all for watching. As always, I do appreciate it, and if you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe. But until next time, this is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I will see you all on the next one.